So far, I've had mostly positive things that I've experienced. I will get some of the negatives out of the way first. One of them was there was only twice where I've had a performance issue where the game would drop down to like 15 frames. This was also probably maybe because I was flinging the graphical settings around. All I did was restart it and it seemed to work just fine. There are cars that have been transferred over, but it didn't bother me that much. Some people have problems with the upgrading system. I actually don't mind it, but I do agree that it should be for the individual model instead of the car. So like, or even manufacturer, like leveling up each manufacturer. And the graphics, I've heard some people complain that it looks not good. I honestly think it looks very good. Even in times like this where it's pouring rain and you're just driving, or there's times where the sunset will come up around over the horizon, and times like that it's just stunning. I am not using ray tracing because I don't think my card is really up for that. You can see that I turned off my HUD at certain points in the video because I want to learn the tracks without having to use the map. Just adds that bit of challenge. I have not had one crash in this game, not one. And of course I picked the Mustang. Not because it's the fastest, but because I just really like Mustangs. Another thing about turning off the HUD too is you can actually use like the dashboard gauges and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Like the fuel gauge works and all that. The penalty system is somewhat wonky. There is a certain time in this footage where I overshot the track, and I didn't gain time, I actually lost time. I was like on my brakes the whole time, and it penalized me for that, which I thought was kind of weird. And then also, sometimes the AI can be brain dead and just run into you. Other times they seem to be very good. Though during this time it was pouring rain too. But I've even tested things like slamming my brakes in front of the AI, and they'll react to that and they'll slam on their brakes to not hit you. I think I just got my mix of positives and negatives mixed up here. Oh well. This sense of speed I really like too. You don't know, kind of like a fog, you can't really see what's in front of you. I mean, you can see the car, but I don't think this is even like a thunderstorm. I think this is just heavy rain. So positives, graphics are good. Gameplay for me has been good. I've had no crashes. I've had no graphical issues, except for one. Maybe the car model might, the shell takes a little bit to load in, but then it does. That's usually during the podium scenes. The negatives that I've experienced is the sudden frame drop from when you're flinging the graphical settings around. The penalty system can be a bit wonky. The AI sometimes forgets how to drive. The leveling up system could be done a little bit better. I think if you buy a car and then buy the same car, it shouldn't force you to have to re-level up the same car just because you wanted to make it that car into a drag racing car and the other car into a track-based car. So would I recommend this game? Well, I'm not done the review, so I don't know. But yes. And of course, I think that the negative reviews on this game are kind of unfair, because I've noticed that a lot of reviews tend to be based off of performance and stuff like that. Like, people have crashes and really bad performance and they struggle to get the game to run. And I think it might be a hardware problem. Like, every PC is different. The reason the game might run better on the Xbox is because it uses an AMD agriculture. Sorry, I butchered that word, but you get what I mean. Where all the Xboxes use the same components, whereas PCs are all different, right? So they probably should have got the game to run on different hardwares that you use today on a PC. So, like, because I'm using all AMD, that could possibly be the reason why I'm having better performance. I've talked to one person who said he was using all Intel things and Intel components, and his performance was not very good, apparently. So I think that what Turn 10 or Microsoft should have done is played the game on 3 different PCs. So, like, one has AMD, one has Intel, and then one has, like, a mix of the two. If you're gonna be playing this on something like a PC with that's like 5 years old, yeah, you're probably gonna have performance problems. Also, make sure that your drivers are all up to date too. That is another thing that will help. And they will optimize it to be better. For me, it was not bad at all. Just those few hiccups that I've experienced. And this is where the time penalty thing that you just saw, that is what I mean. So there are some things that need to be fixed, but for the most part, I've had a really good time and will be having a good time with this game. This is a review that took a long time to put together. I hope that you enjoy, and I would appreciate if you told me things that I can approve and things that I can take away. Take care, guys. Bye.